Alright, so my name's Hannah Hewitt, and I'm going to be giving a small lecture on caffeine. So here's a model of the caffeine molecule built with the BioVadraw software. The caffeine molecule's IUPAC name is 137-trimethylpurine 2,6-dione. And then here on this slide we just have an example of what the caffeine molecule would look in 3D. Most people have heard of caffeine, but we don't really understand what caffeine is on the molecular level. So caffeine is a methylxanthine alkaloid, and it's found naturally in seeds, nuts, and leaves, like your green tea leaves or your coffee beans. And it can also be synthesized using the theobromine for highly caffeinated beverages like our energy drinks. And it acts as a stimulant for the central nervous system when it's ingested because it's acting like adenosine. And adenosine is a purine nucleoside that's involved majorly in energy transfer within the body. So the caffeine binds to those adenosine receptors in the brain. And some of the side effects of caffeine are going to be increased heart rate, increased blood pressure, energy bursts, frequent urination, and then your jitters and stuff like that. So some of the properties of caffeine that we don't really consider when we're drinking our cups of coffee or drinking our energy drinks are going to be stuff like our molecular formula, which is C8H10N4O2, and then the molar mass of caffeine is 194.19 grams per moles. And its appearance when you separate it by itself is going to be like an odorless powder or white needles kind of looking stuff. And then our melting point is 237 degrees Celsius, and the boiling point is 178 degrees Celsius. And then the density of the caffeine is 1.2 grams per centimeter in its solid phase. So there can be a lot of hazards with caffeine because it is actually a drug and it's an addictive substance. So once someone's become tolerant because they're drinking a few cups of coffee a day or an energy drink a day, when they stop drinking that caffeine, they're going to go through withdrawal symptoms just like any other withdrawal period from other drugs like marijuana or cocaine, just not as severe. You'll have headaches, irritability, and fatigue. And then in extreme cases, which is very rare, people can die from overdose of caffeine, but that's going to be about 140 to 180 cups of coffee in a short amount of time, and normal people aren't going to be drinking that amount. And then those numbers also depend on your body weight and all of those things. And then acute overdoses, which would be a little bit more common because it's going to be about 1 to 3 cups of coffee depending on your size or the amount of time that you drink them in. And this could be frequent urination, flushing of your face, nervousness, restlessness, rambling of thought, so you can't keep your train of thought, and then some gastrointestinal disturbances. So here's where I got all the information that's on the slides on the caffeine molecule. If you want to learn more, you can go to this website. They have tons more information on it. And thank you so much for listening in at What's in Your Coffee.